Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. I'm looking at my face in the camera and I can see that I was actually crying. Why? Because I watched this one particular race over and over and over and over and over again. And yes, these young boys brought me to tears, absolute tears of joy. And yes, this is a Penn Relays wrap up video. And I can just say, overall, it was a great experience watching our athletes, whether junior or senior, representing for school, country overall. I enjoyed watching this Penn Relay. So let me get into now this wrap up video that I would like to discuss. And we're going to start with a race that, yes, brought me to tears. And we're going to talk about the men's 4 by 800 meters, or boys, sorry, 4 by 800 meters, with Jamaica College walking away with the win. And I have to say, it was absolutely spectacular, absolutely tear jerking. My heart was literally there on the track with the boys. And yeah, proud watching Jamaica College, come home with the win. And also, Kamario Brigrave doing a big one for Jamaica, and of course, as well, JC, to bring home that win. So they walk away with the win running 7 minutes 42.37 seconds. Now, interestingly, going into that final leg, what I would say is that Christian Brothers, that particular school, had maybe a 30-meter lead on, JC. And I'm talking about Kimario Bargrave on that anchor leg. And Trackies, I don't know. He dug deep. But it seems as though, I won't lie, the Christian Brothers, anchor leg, he seemed to have hit the wall, didn't have much left to go home with. But again, Kimario Bargrave dug deep, and he incrementally cut that gap until he was pretty much right up on the Christian Brothers athlete, and he pretty much dived to the line. And unfortunately, a few other athletes passed him out, but Kimario Bargrave carried home that win for Jamaica College, and he did so because Jamaica was standing to ovation, cheering him on. And he just soaked up the applause when he crossed the line and he did this. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm crying. You know what I mean? It was so heartwarming to watch and see, of course, Jamaicans cheering on our Jamaican athletes. And yeah, JC walks away with a phenomenal win in this race. On KC finished sixth, and they ran 7 minutes 49.65 seconds. But I'm not gonna lie, as I said, this particular race was definitely tear jerking and exciting, and pretty much brought down the curtain. Well, it didn't bring down the curtains because it wasn't the final race, but for me, you know what, it brought down the curtains on the show for sure, for an exciting Penn Relays. So I'm gonna move on over now from the boys 4 by 800 meters. Absolutely phenomenal run again by Kimari Bragrave to bring home that victory. And we're gonna head over to the 4 by 4, because in this particular one, it left me a bit concerned. Now, why? Bullis had a team that had one particular man, and this man, Quincy Wilson, our boy, Quincy Wilson, has been the star 400-meter athlete from as it relates to the junior ranks so far this season. But he showed up at this particular Penn release and was doing some crazy numbers. Now, interestingly, in the heat race, Bullis had a team member fall, but even with that fall, Quincy Wilson was able to get that baton trackies and on his leg, the anchor leg, bring home Bullis in 44.37 seconds, which ended up being the fastest split ever for a junior athlete at the Penn Relays. I believe maybe the fastest ever overall. I'm not sure. But either way, fastest ever. I believe the fastest before this 44.37 was our very own Jamaican Javon Francis. So absolutely phenomenal running. And I was thinking to myself, well, if they were able to come back from a fall and run so fabulously and make it into the finals, as long as Quincy Wilson is within touching distance of, the top teams in the finals, Jamaica is going to have a rude awakening. We're going to have a struggle on our hands. But track is, it seems as though lightning struck twice. Now, for me, I definitely don't enjoy this part of the sport where, mishaps happened, but it happened again. Strangely enough, another Bullis athlete fell in the finals. leaving Quincy Wilson in the same position he was to try to chase down the strong Jamaican teams for the win. But because of the distance and the gap that they had on Quincy Wilson, unfortunately, he was unable to get back to the athletes. Still, though, he clocked a 44.69 seconds. So, as I said, if they didn't suffer these mishaps, then Bullis would have walked away with a fantastic win in the boys 4x4. But with that said, Jamaica and Kingston College still walked away with the win here. So Kingston College won in 3 minutes 11.86 seconds. Excelsior was second in 3 minutes 12.94 seconds. And right behind them was Bullis, 3 minutes 13.10 seconds. As I said, not having enough time to get back. And again, because of suffering mishaps twice in 2 days. Well, not 2 days. I believe it's the same day, the morning session and the evening session, right? So with that said, Quincy Wilson, really unfortunate. Would have been a great end to his high school career. I believe he leaves high school this season. Would have been a great end to his high school career, but it wasn't meant to be. But he's definitely one for the future. When you look at the times that he's clocking, he's very, very, very impressive. Now, as well, we also had other Jamaicans in the race. We had Jamaica College, and they finished in fifth, and they ran 3 minutes 15.69 seconds in the race. And St. Elizabeth Technical was eighth, and they ran 3 minutes 21.01 seconds. So that pretty much runs out the 4x4 action at the Penn Relays. Bullis just having an unfortunate day, and Kingston College being able to capitalize, on that anchor leg. Excelsior was leading, but they pretty much dug deep and was able to surpass Excelsior to go away with the win in the boys 4x4. So yeah, fantastic running there again. Now we're going to move on to an individual event, the men's 400 meters elite race. We had Kareem Bartley walk away with the win here, and he ran 46.43 seconds. Javon Francis was here, and he was sixth, and he ran 47.28 seconds for that placing. Now, moving on over from the men's 400 meters elite race, we're going over to the women's 400-meter elite race, and we had Leah Anderson walk away with the win here. Now, Jamaica walked away with 1-2 in this race, so Leah Anderson ran 52.48 seconds. Ashley Williams came in second, and she ran 52.70 seconds. And Tovia Jenkins ran in for fourth, and she ran 52.96 seconds. Renisha McGregor was fifth, and she ran 53.75 seconds, with Rhonda White running out the field, running 55.97 seconds. Now, moving on over to the final event that I'm going to be covering in this video, and that is the Olympic Development Men's 800-meter elite race. And we had Navaski Anderson enter here from a Jamaican perspective, running 1 minute 47.58 seconds to finish third in this particular race. All right, so trackies, that is it for this particular video and my Penn Relays updates. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Were you brought to tears? Well, most of you aren't bolly like I am, but anyway, if you were, let me know in the comment section if you were brought to tears by that 4x800 meters. What do you think about Bullis? Boy themselves, you know what I mean? Bad luck at this particular Penn Relays. And also, just overall, what do you think about the performances from the Jamaicans at the Penn Relays? Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.